You know, these absolutely cooked Jordan 4 Retro Motorsports. What we're gonna do is take off these laces. Now that we got the laces off, we're gonna use our soap and water to clean the uppers and the soles and inside of the shoe. Now after giving these shoes a deep cleaning, we're gonna clean the shoelaces using the same soap we used to clean the shoes. So after we clean the shoelaces, we're gonna take some acetone and scrub at these scuffs at the back of the shoe to get these fully off. After getting the back cleaned up, we're going to use acetone and sandpaper to prepare the leather to be repainted. The affected scratched up areas, I'm going to take Angela's flat white paint and paint over all of this, doing as many coats as needed. And then I'm going to use Angela's matte acrylic finisher to get the factory finish on it. So after you got the paint to what you want, you're going to want to clean up the edges if you got any paint extra. And then after you do that, you're going to want to finish the paint. So what I use to get the factory finish on most shoes is the matte acrylic finisher from Angelus. You can get it on Amazon for like $4. And something I've been experimenting with is using this Raleigh scratch resistant sealer. It's for like midsoles, but it also works for the leather. And just before you put any of that on, make sure you get any dust off, and I just brush it off with a brush. Now we fully cleaned and repainted the uppers, so now we can focus on the midsoles, which need to be repainted. And so the first thing I will do is use a screwdriver, and with medium pressure just go back and forth, scraping off the paint. If you have any open areas like this where it's already started to crack, start there and work outwards. After stripping the midsole, you want to tape up the entire upper and the air bubble in the sole. So now you can start to paint. You start with the base layer of white and then move on to the top layer, which is only this part, with black. After getting the midsole painted on both shoes and touching up any extra paint where it got onto the upper, you're going to take Raleigh scratch resistant sealer and put that onto the midsole using just a brush. And then after that, use Angelus matte acrylic finisher to finish that all off. After you let it dry, you're pretty much done. You just need to throw the laces on and you'll be complete. So here they are fully restored. So one thing I didn't do is paint over the mesh or anything, and that's because I really don't feel confident that the paint wouldn't get on the black fabric underneath, and you can't ice it out. And another thing I should have done is ice out these bottoms, but I just don't feel like it's worth my time since they already sold. I bought these for $10 and I sold them for $60, making a $50 profit. And I probably could have sold it for more. I just took the first offer I got on them, since they are a pretty small size at 8.5. And they're really busted on the bottom. Like, if this had a good sole on it, these would have sold for a lot more. But yeah, like you could see where the leather I had to sand over and repaint. This shoe was a lot worse, a lot harder to do, but yeah, so that's it, fully restored. I think these are replacement laces because they don't feel like OG laces. But yeah, I sold these. Let's go.